Hi folks, thanks for joining me for this quick tutorial of my game Franken Monster Deathmatch. In this game, there are three types of monsters: dragons, vampires, and werewolves. Each one has a full body consisting of a torso, one head, two arms, and two legs. But the great thing is that you get to customize your monster so it doesn't have to have all of that type of part, and it doesn't even have to be in the same spot. See, your head can be at your side, and you got a leg growing out of your neck. The one thing you must have is one and only one torso. So to start the game, you deal out the torsos. I put them in a different sleeve color, make it easy to find. But you deal out the torso randomly to each player, and then you take the rest of the limb cards and you distribute those evenly, and then you draft them. So you get your hand and you pick one, and you pass them to the next player. They pick one, pass them back, and so on. So the game was designed as a 18-card micro game to make it easy to print, and so it only handles up to 3 players because each player has to have 6 body parts on their monster. If you're playing with 2 players, there's going to be an odd body part. So you can either take one out unseen before the draft if you don't want to count on, if you get familiar with the cards and you don't want to count on a particular one being there. Or you can just let it happen naturally that the one that no one picks is just discarded at the end. Whatever you think is fair. So after you've drafted the cards, then you build your monster with your torso in the middle. You must put 1 card in this upper region above the torso, 2 in the mid region beside, and 2 in the lower. And like I said, legs don't have to go in the lower, and head doesn't have to go in the top. You want to mix it around. Things to pay attention to when you're building your monster. This is the hit point of each limb. So that's how much damage it can take before it's gone from the game. This is the battle effect. We'll get to that in a moment. And this is the really important part, the vulnerability. That determines where your monster is going to receive the next attack aimed at. So let's just jump right into gameplay, and I'll show you how that works. On your turn, you're going to indicate which limb is attacking by putting the attack marker on it, or you can turn it sideways if you don't want to use extra components, that's fine. Then you say who you're attacking, so if it's a more than 2-player game. And then you roll the die. In this game, damage is only 1, 2, or 3. So a 1 and a 2 is 1 damage, 3 and a 4 is 2 damage, and 5 and 6 is 3 damage. So here I've done 2 damage. The defender then gets to pick which limb is going to take this damage. It has to take all of it. He can't split it up. On your first turn, before you've gone, you can put it anywhere because you don't have the attack marker on any of your cards. So let's say they're just going to put it here. And then play passes to the person who was attacked. So in a 3-player game, if it just goes back and forth between 2 people, the other person's going to win and be happy about it. So here, now it's this player's turn. You can pick any limb to attack. You can even attack with your torso, although it's not usually a great idea because of some of the battle effects. You'll see. So here, I'm going to attack with this one. Roll the die. And now, in this instance, this card has an attack battle effect. So because it's attacking, this will happen. And it says, you may remove 1 wound from this limb. It doesn't have any wounds yet. So it can't take it off. But maybe if we had blocked with this instead, we would have removed this wound. Because this player attacked with this dragon leg coming out of its neck, it left its lower area open. These are lower, these are middle, this is upper. The torso is not in the midsection. It's its own special body part. So the attack coming now is 1 damage, and this player must assign that damage to one of the lower limbs. Well, let's look here. This one, this werewolf leg, has a defense effect that says that it deals 1 damage back to the attacking limb. So it would take 1 damage, and these happen simultaneously. So it would take 1 damage, but the vampire arm would also take a damage. Then it's this player's turn again. They reset their cards. They can still attack with any viable limb. And let's say we attack with this one. This has a attack effect of doing an extra wound. So let's see what happens here. All right. So that would be a 3. Plus this one is 4. Let's see. They have to... This says middle. So this player has to choose one of these two to defend that attack. And they've got that same werewolf leg there, so that seems pretty good that if they're going to take 4 and nearly die, then they'll want to do 1 back. And it continues like this until someone loses their torso. Now you get damage on your torso, so let's say this one took its 5th one, or more. There's no spillover. So if it takes enough to meet the hit points, it's removed from the game. Now, there's a void here. So any attacks that would go to this slot automatically fall through to the torso. And once your torso's dead, no matter what the state of all your other limbs, you're eliminated from the game. You are allowed to pick to voluntarily choose to take it on the torso, even if you have a limb in that same area, the midsection, that you could take it. So there's definitely strategy, given the battle effects, to make decisions on whether you want to take an attack on your torso and risk being knocked out, or because if you have both of these blown off, then every attack to your midsection will have to go straight to your torso. And so play continues like that, and things will be knocked off till one person's out of the game. And that's how you play Franken Monster Deathmatch. Thanks for watching.